Well, yeah, I don't know which one is what you could pull. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how they split it up. It's kind of hard to find information on these sets.
And that's where I come in, because in this video, I'm finally going to be opening booster boxes of 9 Colors Gathering, because the lovely people at TSA decided to hold on to my booster boxes for quite some time. Admiring the booster box artwork, my playmat, who knows? But thankfully, they didn't rip into the booster packs to find out what the SR is, because that's my job. Alright guys, so we're going to be starting off with the jumbo booster box of 9 Colors Gathering, Set A. I'm going to also be opening the other booster box so we have a direct comparison between the two, so stick around for that. I'm going to be explaining as much as I can, but you know, while we're on topic of that, I know a lot of people are really excited for this set, so if you choose to make your own unboxing video on this and you want to reference my videos, or if you're a store selling this, and you choose to also put, whatever I say in the video in the item description, I just simply ask if you guys could, credit my name, whether you copy and paste the link into your item description, video description. I would just really appreciate it, only because, a lot of people reference my videos. There's a lot of unknown information, and I try to do my best to put everything together. So if you could do that, I'd really appreciate it. A lot of time goes into filming these videos. It is midnight where I am right now. So if you could do that, I really appreciate it. If you choose not to, no hard feelings. But let's get straight into this. As you can see, this is the 25 card packs, jumbo thick boy packs. We have 6 of them in this booster box. In mainland China, this actually goes for about 50 Chinese yuan, which is about like just under $7 US. So when you multiply that by 6, it comes to about around $40 US. I'm not going to do a card trick, and the SR is guaranteed in these, just so you guys know. Again, printed in Japan, so we're going to have the Japanese card quality, nice texture as well. And this is distributed only within mainland China, not Taiwan, not Hong Kong. We're not yet caught up with Scarlet and Violet era. We're still in the Sword and Shield era. Lots of sets too. I know a lot of guys think that this is just Eevee Heroes. That's not true. We're also going to have cards from Towering Perfection, even some cards from Blue Sky Stream. Not that many. I'm talking really just the Medicham V Alt Art. One from Fusion Strike, actually. I know set B has the Mew and it looks like Fusion Strike, but it's going to randomly have a Crabominable. And I'll get into others later on as we get through the packs. Oh, look, there we go, Raichu holographic. But also, as I'm going through this too, we're going to see a lot of evolutions. I'm going to also teach some fun Chinese names. So just to make your life easier, also very nice reverse holo of the simplified Chinese cards. If you guys want to learn at least one name today, remember the Chinese name of Eevee. It's Yi Bu. Very easy, because when you learn the other evolution names, you simply just have to tack on another word, and I'll get into that if we pull one as well. But if you want a simple example, my favorite of course is, one of them is Vaporeon. It's a little bit easier to learn. So that's Shui Yi Bu. As you can see, you add Shui in front of Yi Bu. So if you guys want to remember any random evolution name, always remember Yi Bu. So it's basically translated to water Eevee. Same thing with the other evolutions. It'll be like Fire Eevee, Sun Eevee, and we'll get into that if I pull any more. So hopefully you guys can learn some simplified Chinese, or just regular Mandarin Chinese really. But let's keep going, guys. Lovely silver borders, no yellow borders, with Japanese printed Pokemon cards. We have Marshtomp there. Lots of Eevee Hero cards, as we've seen. But again, it's not exactly Eevee Heroes. The reason why it's called 9 Colors Gathering is, of course, we have Eevee and it's 8 other evolutions. So you put that together, it's 9 different Pokemon. So we have Galarian Moltres. This is actually from Towering Perfection, as well as this Dialga card, Single Strike Pokemon. And here we go, my favorite evolution, Espeon. This is Taiyang Yibu. So that means Sun Eevee. So if you guys can learn that. And we have Duraludon VMAX. See, Eevee Heroes does not have Duraludon. Great example. And if you're looking for Rayquaza, it's not in this set. We'll talk about that in the next box. It's not going to be in this video, follow-up video. So again, subscribe if you want to stay tuned for that and other 9 Colors Gathering openings. But again, the good thing about this box is that the SR is guaranteed, so I'm very excited to see. We don't have to do a card trick, thankfully. Something similar to Korean booster packs, but again, this is a jumbo pack, very different from the slim packs, which is gonna, be like your standard Japanese booster pack, 5 cards per pack. But at least with these jumbo packs, you are guaranteed, a bunch of holos, sometimes a V, sometimes a VMAX, sometimes the secret rare, depending if you're lucky or not. And at least 1 to 2 reverse holos. If you guys are a big fan of those reverse holos, this is a really nice, type of language to open, because I think it's unique to Simplified Chinese. Traditional Chinese doesn't have this. At this point, they're caught up with the Japanese releases, so whatever you see is going to pretty much mimic the cards of Japan. So we have Grimmsnarl, Toxtricity, Bing Yi Bu, Ice Eevee, Glaceon, and Shui Yi Bu, again, Water Eevee. Yeah, Vaporeon VMAX. So this is actually something you cannot pull from Eevee Heroes itself. This comes from that special Eevee Heroes VMAX collection box. We had the Jolteon, Flareon, Vaporeon, and also Espeon VMAX promo cards, but this is pullable from 9 Colors Gathering. So very happy to actually pull this to show you guys as well. And also one other thing to note too, if you know this is Simplified Chinese cards too, when you have that logo on the bottom left corner saying Pokemon. Sometimes there's another logo here, not exactly on this card. Some V cards also show that. Unfortunately, you can't see it on this one, but keep in mind the Pokemon logo. Another thing I want to bring up about Espeon VMAX, you can actually pull the special art from 9 Colors Gathering. That came out in Japanese as a promo from the Eeveelution Special Collection box. It never released in Korean, so I know people who love Korean Eevee Heroes so much. Unfortunately, there's no Korean VMAX of Espeon, you know, special art. Of course, we have the regular VMAX, but from the VMAX Eeveelution special set. They had that in South Korea too, but they did not have the special Eeveelution set with the 2 booster boxes of Eevee Heroes and the Espeon VMAX special art promo. In English, of course, you get that from Fusion Strike. So it's very interesting to see that it's pullable in set A. Again, it's a big jumble, a big mix-up. And another set of cards that you're also going to see is actually cards from VMAX Climax. So we're going to see Sylveon, the V and VMAX CSR, as well as the Umbreon V and VMAX CSR. So you can get some of those as well. And also some CHRs, of course, if the Pokemon corresponds with the releases of Fusion Strike, Evolving Skies, etc. Of course, and their Japanese or Asian language equivalents. We have Le Yibu. So this is Thunder Eevee, of course, Jolteon. So you see guys what I mean? It's Yibu with something added in the front. Yibu meaning Eevee. If you're just tuning in, our lovely reverse holos, we have 2 of them in this pack. You're not always going to get 2. Sometimes you get 1 if you get a chock full of pulls. At least, you know, we're seeing a lot of nice Eeveelutions. You know, you guys get to see a variety. Of course, I'm not pressured anymore because we have the SR guaranteed in this booster box. So again, just to repeat, the retail price is 50 yuan per pack, which is under $7 US. And if you multiply that by 6, which is the number of packs in a jumbo booster box, even though how small it looks, it's gonna come out to about $41 US. Of course, this does not, oh, we have Eebu here, by the way, of course, from Eevee Heroes. That doesn't include international shipping. It's quite a bitch from China, I'll be honest. Especially the more you order, when it gets really heavy, it becomes a lot. And sometimes it can take a long time too. So sorry for the delay on this video, guys. I do have to import these from China. It does take quite some time. You know, again, if you guys can credit, you know, any information you reference from my videos into your item descriptions, into your video descriptions, I'd really appreciate it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you can, it would really mean a lot to me. Because also, I like to see how far this information, you know, reaches to other people in the Pokemon community. I know some people are still exploring Simplified Chinese. There's a lot to unfold, but it's really rewarding if you get to know it. We have Butterfree, very beautiful holographic, by the way. You have the holographic borders, again, printed in Japan. And we have another Shui Yibu, so again, Water Eevee, just the regular V, which is of course also pullable from Eevee Heroes, and our 2 reverse holos. So guys, we're on to the last booster pack. Are we going to pull an alt art, or are we going to pull Gordy? Gordy is in the set, by the way. One card that actually isn't in Eevee Heroes, sorry, 9 Colors Gathering from Eevee Heroes is actually Aroma Lady. For some reason, it's not in the set as per the card list. But let's keep going here. So guys, this is the pack. If, you know, of course, we have that guaranteed SR. I don't know what it's going to be. It could also be a hyper rare. It could also be a gold card. And of course, we have a lot of, you know, common and uncommon cards. However, I do like this type of booster box setup better. I think Pokemon Japan might be experimenting because this is also very environmentally friendly. Keep in mind, the jumbo pack booster boxes are the only ones available to the public. The ones that are slim packs, they're actually going to be in blisters now moving forward, and they're only meant to be sold by distributors, and they would sell them individually. They wouldn't sell them as boxes anymore. So they're going to have different wrapping. As you saw previously, the shrink wrap of this had Pokeballs on it, and I'll show you the difference later on. So this is Shanzi Yibu Fairy Eevee. So again, Yibu, remember that. And we have, okay, not the best altar, but at least, or not the best secret rare. We have Flareon, which is Ho Yibu. So Ho means fire, Eevee. Ho, fire, Yibu, Eevee. And it's funny because when you think of the Chinese name of Charizard, which is Pen Ho Long, Ho meaning fire, and then Pen Ho breathing dragon, fire breathing dragon. So just trying to help you guys remember a little bit better. So Ho Yibu. And then we have our reverse hollows here. Let's put that lovely secret rare into a sleeve. But again, guaranteed SR. So at least we have something nice to look at. And of course, the Japanese card quality. You know, I'm not expecting to pull anything crazy in this video, but at least you get to see the differences. Now on to the second booster box, guys. It's not, again, this is not distributed to the public within China. You have to, you know, get this from a distributor. But of course, this is going to have 24 packs, but they're 5 cards per pack. Each pack, if you were to buy them individually within China, is going to be around $1.50 USD. When you multiply that by 24, it's going to come out to around 33 US dollars. So just if that helps you guys determine if you should buy one or not, that's the retail price within China. Of course, that does not include international shipping. So as you guys can see, it comes like this. They actually colored it this time. I believe they started doing this in the previous set, Primordial Martial Arts. And they had, these were kind of clear. But see, it's funny because these boxes are huge, but again, like the packs are only 5 cards per pack. It's a lot more waste in my opinion. But these are great to keep sealed in my opinion. And they're not too hard to open, thankfully. So we're gonna have to open this one by one. And one thing to please note with these, the SR is not guaranteed. I've seen plenty of openings of this where people haven't pulled a single SR. It's a bit painful, but it is what it is. Sometimes you can also pull 2, but again, don't expect any SRs at this point. So it's beautiful. Also, one thing to note as well, you have the yellow tips. If you guys observed from the previous box, that had black tips. That's how you know if it's a jumbo versus a slim pack. So again, see slim pack, it's very thin. 5 cards per pack, yellow borders. So with the set B, the Fusion Strike set, that's gonna be, you know, looking set, it's gonna have pink borders for the 5 card packs. But any jumbo pack across the board, across all different, you know, simplified Chinese sets, it's going to be jumbo. Please keep that in mind. And the colors will just correspond to the pack art. All right, we have Serena and we have Golem about to use Explosion or Self-Destruct, one of the two. Again, no guaranteed SR. It's going to be pretty much a huge gamble at this point. But I hope, you know, this helps you guys see the differences between the slim and jumbo booster boxes. But again, just to repeat, the shrink wrap on the slim pack boxes have no Pokeballs, whereas the jumbo booster box shrink wrap has Pokeballs. So I hope that helps as well. All right, but let's keep going here. Again, this is going to be like your standard Japanese booster packs because, you know, Pokemon Japan doesn't have the jumbo packs. That's exclusive to Pokemon China, interestingly enough. Even Taiwan and Hong Kong don't have this. It feels very experimental. We have a reverse hollow. That was actually barely noticeable. The dark type there. Fun fact, in Japan, they actually call that evil type. I find that really funny. How they have a translation difference. But yeah, let's keep going here. Also, you know, as you can see on my playmat as well, I'm really decked out here in all the 9 color gathering merch here, even the sleeves. I know Umbreon is obviously the big favorite out of all of them. Sorry guys if this takes a while, it's a lot to unpack. But Umbreon's Chinese name is Yuelang Yibu, which means Moon Eevee. So hopefully, you know, at least the translations are easy to remember if you guys at least want to remember that. If you can't remember the Chinese, totally fine. But let's keep going here. Again, no SR guaranteed. Even within the packs, nothing's guaranteed. It's only 5 cards. Oh, there you go. Speak of the devil with Yuelang Yibu, which is Moon Eevee. Sorry guys if my nails get ruined. The packs are a bit tough to open. There's a lot of packaging here. But at least we're pulling, you know, almost one of each evolution, which is really cool. Whether we'll pull an alt art today is up for luck. We'll see what happens. But you know, I try to do these videos, especially from mainland China, because I've seen definitely an uptick of popularity of simplified Chinese Pokemon cards. And a lot of people, you know, sometimes don't know where to get the information from. So I try my best to source them here in the video so you guys can just watch it in one place. And again, if you guys can credit, I'd really appreciate it because I try my best to help people in the Pokemon community learn about Pokemon cards in different languages. And I just like to see how far the information goes. But yeah, let's keep going here. Again, this is a lot to unpack. It's not as hard as it looks to actually open these. And they have, of course, the licensing. Please don't think these are fake. It's too soon to have fakes of these, honestly. They just came out recently. March 1st, I believe, was the release date in mainland China. Again, not Taiwan, not Hong Kong. Taiwan and Hong Kong already had their own release of Eevee Heroes just after the Japanese version in 2021. So Simplified Chinese is a few years behind. Okay, again, Taiyang Yibu, Sun Eevee. Yibu, just remember Eevee, and then you tack on the extra word in front. So hopefully you guys can learn some Chinese name today. And if you like Charizard, again, Pen Ho Long. Try to teach you guys the easiest or the, popular Pokemon names. Pikachu is still Pikachu. I think it's Pikachu across all the languages, even in Japanese, even in Korean. So that's an easy one to remember, right? All right, these are unsurprisingly a lot easier to open than the jumbo packs. Sometimes they're easy to open, sometimes they're a bitch to open. Nothing's worse than the Korean packs, especially from like Sword and Shield and earlier on. Those are really a pain to open. My nails would just get absolutely fucked up. But we're on to at least the Japanese printed packs. They're a lot easier to open actually. All right, so these tabs, man, so environmentally unfriendly. But I do like how the packs look. They definitely look more saturated on the slim packs. That's how they call it over there, by the way, in China. Jumbo or fat packs versus the slim packs. And of course, as you can see too, there's the international backings. Unlike Japanese Pokemon cards, which will have their own specific backings. Lots of cards from Eevee Heroes, you can even tell. And we have, of course, the reverse holo. That's something Japan won't have too. These kind of reverse holos, really cool to see. At least, that's why I like opening Pokemon cards in different languages too, because of their subtle differences. It's really what makes them special, and you guys can really see back to back, as I try to open them across my channel. I'll open Korean one day, I'll open Simplified Chinese another day, Japanese another time, etc. But yeah, also if you're just tuning in, if you're also wondering what else is in the set, again, VMAX Climax cards, all the Evolution special arts, except there's no Vaporeon, no Jolteon, no Flareon, VMAX special. I don't know how those are coming out, but definitely the Espeon, Umbreon, Glaceon, Leafeon, and Sylveon VMAX special arts are in the set, as well as all the V special arts are in this 9 colors gathering set. Again, Espeon VMAX being the exception, because that came out as a promo in Japanese, but it's pullable from this set. So that's pretty cool. If we get lucky enough to pull that, I'll probably scream. I usually try not to scream in the videos because I know it's very distressing for some people. But sometimes when you pull something really good, you can't really help yourself. Most of the times nowadays, I do my best just to contain myself. I might even just self-destruct one day because of the excitement, but hey, that's the spirit of opening Pokemon cards, right? All right, let's keep going. I have to say though, I really respect Pokemon China for always making an effort to at least provide different artwork. This is really cool, how they've made an alternate, Eevee Heroes looking pack and box art. We have Maractus, we have Ninetales. Let me know if you guys like this artwork better, or if you like the original Eevee Heroes pack art better. I'd like to know your opinion. As we can see, with Umbreon being the only Dynamax, or not Gigantamax, definitely just Dynamax Pokemon in the background, it kind of hints at its popularity versus the other evolutions. Comment below your favorite evolution. I want to see if that's true amongst you guys. I know Umbreon is admittedly one of my favorite evolutions, but I have to say Espeon comes on top though. I do blame it on playing Pokemon Colosseum. Yeah, I apologize guys again for how long it takes to open these blisters, but it's interesting too. I think this is like one of the first few times I've actually seen, at least in modern times, like Asian language of Pokemon cards use blisters. I'm sure Japan had these at some point for like, older packs and stuff, but nowadays we don't really see that anymore. So this is definitely something very unique. Again, I feel like Pokemon China are kind of experimenting to see how things go. And whether this gets reprinted or not is up to them, because they have to meet a demand of their huge population. China has about like 1.4 billion people, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do more waves later on. Not confirmed, don't take my word for it. But if I've heard rumors that stores sold out of this, like not too long after release. It is very hyped out there in China right now, especially they're holding lots of tournaments, they're doing their own unique marketing with all of that. So I'm not surprised if this helps also with the boom of Pokemon there in China. At least we have a new language to enjoy, and I do love their unique collection boxes as well. All right, but let's keep going. You have Geodude, you have Jinx doing some weird kiss. A lot of reverse holos, guys. Not many pulls at all. But again, these are very randomized. These are not, seated consistently. We're already on the other half. So if you guys want something more reliable in terms of pull rates, definitely go for the jumbo pack booster boxes. If you guys want to keep something sealed, I definitely recommend the slim packs, because at least the blisters keep them safe, however you store the packs. it'll protect them from the elements over time. Because, you know, whether you keep this for a year, unless you get tempted and open it later on, or if you keep it for 20 years, you have great self-control. You know, I definitely recommend keeping it in the blisters because they're cool for display. I mean, I appreciate them making the blisters actually colored, you know, to match the packs. The set B, the Fusion Strike looking ones are pink. So it's really cool, but of course it's not just gonna have Fusion Strike cards. We'll get into that in the next upcoming video. So please subscribe and stay tuned for that if you want to learn about that set as well, especially if you're a Rayquaza fan. I'm just putting that out there, you know, like this set is really cool, but me personally, I'm kind of into the other set a little bit more. But, you know, I wouldn't mind pulling a Moonbreon or a VMAX Espeon. Can we just call it the Sunbreon? Is that a weird thing to say? Because, you know, Espeon is the Sun Eevee and Umbreon's the Moon Eevee. There's a lot of bias on Umbreon versus Espeon and all the other evolutions. I think Sylveon's a big favorite. Oh, this one's giving me a hard time. There we go. So this one this little flap here kind of, you know, easily comes off if you give it enough force. It's not as bad as it looks to open. At first I was a little bit intimidated because I was like, do I need scissors to cut through all these like individual packs? But no, thankfully not. This room's gonna look like an absolute mess after this, but it's okay. And again, just to repeat, same card quality as Japanese cards. I know it's gonna have the international backings. And I know you guys are used to me talking about, you know, oh, I thought that was gonna be an alt art. I know you guys are used to talking to me about Korean cards having different card quality, but rest assured, this is just like Japanese Pokemon cards. Pulling this again, Suibu, Water Eevee, and we have the Pokemon logo down here once more just to emphasize. You're only gonna see this on Simplified Chinese Pokemon cards. But I do love the saturation increase. That's something gonna be different from the Simplified Chinese cards from the Japanese Pokemon cards. I have noticed that sometimes when you put something side by side that was previously Japanese or even traditional Chinese Pokemon cards, when you put like, I don't know, for example, like a Shiny Charizard VMAX from Shiny Star V, and you put it next to the Simplified Chinese version, there's definitely a color difference, so that's very interesting to see. All right, you have Toxel, Sizzlipede, Stantler, another reverse holo, guys. These are not generous, I'm telling you right now, as you can see. But that's also the fun of opening, you know, both versions simultaneously, you know, one after the other, so you guys can see the differences and you can decide for yourself. You know, if you're able to get these packs as well, again, they're very scarce apparently in China because of the high demand. But if you're lucky and you are able to get boxes, and you know, you can choose between which type you prefer. We have Kangaskhan, but I do love the quality. I have to say, I think Simplified Chinese Pokemon cards are my favorite language of opening, just because they do such a great job in Pokemon China marketing Pokemon in general. Like, it's boomed so much, and it's grown so like significantly since its release and debut in 2022. And I know a lot of people get confused because there's also Chinese base set, but please keep in mind, like base set as in like from Gen 1. Like first edition Shadowless base set, but that's, you know, traditional Chinese. That was originally Taiwan and Hong Kong. So just please keep that in mind. China really just debuted it in 2022. All right, Raichu holographic card and another Golem. Lots of, you know, Eevee Heroes cards, but you know, I'd love to see a VMAX Climax card, a CHR even, if we're lucky. This set's very stingy, at least in the slim pack boxes. All right, guys, we're down to our last few. Can we at least pull one SR? These are so stingy. I feel people's pain now. And, you know, there was one person in China, I believe, they had incredible luck with this, but, you know, they had, I think, 2 SR pulls, but that's a lot to ask for. Even just one would be cool. We have Mudkip, Yeeboo, again, just Yeeboo, very easy to remember. And then a Crabon, a little. See, this is a Fusion Strike card. You know, you wouldn't expect that in set A, but it's here. They jumble it up, like, significantly, like I said. Because, you know, you think Fusion Strike, you think set B, the one with the Mew VMAX, the Genesect on the cover. Again, it's kind of like a remake artwork of Fusion Strike, but the sets are completely different. That's why I don't like it when people call this exactly like, oh, this is Chinese Eevee Heroes. It really isn't, because they're going to have a lot of random cards that are from other sets. You know, you have to be very careful when, you know, especially if you're a store, it's best to put out, you know, accurate information out there so people aren't misled, because they might be waiting for these cards from a different set later on when it really was from a previous set. Dialga holographic. Okay, we have 3 more blisters, guys. My expectations are pretty much here at this point, pretty much non-existent for a Moonbreon. You know, it's not easy to pull. I did see a lot of people pull it in China, though. I mean, again, I don't know how many boxes and packs are printed, but again, China has a massive population. So that should probably just say everything. But let's keep going. One to the front. So just pretty similar to a Japanese booster pack. I see something in the back. It just looks like a oh, VMAX, very nice. Ho Yi Bu. So this is Flareon Fire Eevee. Again, nice Japanese card quality. In Japanese, you can only get this from the Eeveelutions VMAX set though. You cannot pull this in Eevee Heroes, unlike 9 Colors Gathering, obviously. So that's cool to see. At least we're getting some VMAX pulls. I do like to see that. Let's go on to our second to last pack, guys. But let me know what you guys think to 9 Colors Gathering. Do you guys like this more than Eevee Heroes, or do you still prefer the OG Eevee Heroes, whether it's the pack art or the set or the merch, you know, etc. I think there was a Eevee Heroes playmat in Indonesia, but it's very rare. I don't really see it anymore. But there were definitely sleeves. I do like these actually, by the way. But let's get Pyukumuku by Komiya, very nice. You know, Komiya's art style is very distinguished. And we have here Grimmsnarl holographic. All right, guys, this is the last pack. Can you guys get some luck here? Can you guys hit the like button? Let's pray for some alt-art magic. Let's see last pack magic, maybe not. Again, the chances of pulling something good from these are very slim. Like the slim packs, look at that. All right, so last pack, let's see what we can get from 9 Colors Gathering. Pray for me, guys, because this has been long. It's quite arduous opening all the packs on top of the actual blisters themselves. All right, one to the front. Let us save Ice Cube. I don't think we're getting anything in this, but it's okay. Toxel education, right? So you guys can learn Clay Doll, and we're ending it with the Kangaskhan. So at least you got something cool in the video. Not the best, but at least you guys learned something about 9 Colors Gathering today. So if you guys like this video, please be sure to comment below. Please give it a like. Subscribe if you want to learn more about 9 Colors Gathering, because I'm doing more openings of the products from this release. And if you want to check out my website, KrystalKollectz.com, I do sell a wide variety of Pokemon singles in different languages, packs, merch like deck boxes, playmats. Be sure to check it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay safe, everyone.